Yo, welcome back. It's the SOBs. Yo, before we get this episode started today, we're gonna do a little merch plug.
What's going on, guys? You go in our bio right now, go to B18, and the link is right there. Just click on the SOB link, just like this. You can see it. Look at this fucking tutorial.
This, and you can get the design, obviously the shirts that we're wearing right now. You get this one, you get that one. We also sell hats, trucker hats. So just check us out, link in bio. Thank you.
Ya tú sabes. Hey!
That's pretty cool.
If anything, you guys are just fucking more annoying now. Because now, kind of how you said, like, you know, it's your husband and your business.
It's like I'm married three
like-
times now.
Yeah,
It's like your friends and fucking business, and then you have to rely on them.
It's a balance. It's a
God,
balance.
it's fucking terrible.
But it's really cool too, though.
No, yeah, it is cool. You become closer for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, man, come on, dude, tell us.
I said we become closer. What do you mean?
Let me show you.
You got this Lecture Boutique.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo, welcome back to StanleyOni Boyz. It's your boy Griffin.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Elvin. Estamos ready.
What's up? It's Don, and today we're joined by Eunice, owner of Inflated, and Remy Visions himself. What's up, guys? How you doing? Sorry for the delay and everything. We were fixing everything, and yeah, but how you guys doing?
Good? Yeah, we're good. A
So-
little tired, but we're good.
Tired from what, work?
Yeah, from work.
The grind.
How was work?
Work,
How does your studio work, by the way? Because it's you with the balloons, and then you have you said your photo booth, or is it like you record everything out?
So it's like my office, like editing space. So we created like a palette wall to divide the place.
So yeah, when you first come in, it's you guys never been, right?
No. I've never had a need to go get balloons in a video.
Okay.
I need to go though.
Yeah,
I mean,
you should.
We
You should.
hate celebrating shit.
So okay.
I do. I hate my birthday. I don't ever celebrate my birthday.
Okay. Well, now you guys know since
Yeah.
it's his birthday to pick on him, buy him balloons. But yeah, at first it's just the inflated shop. You know, you see all the balloons, and then in the back is his studio, and we have a pretty cool separation set up. But he has it pretty cool back there too. So it's just his area where he gets to create some pretty cool stuff.
So, like, do you like video or like take pictures in the back or anything?
I mostly focus on video. That's what I started on, and
Right.
I do photos, but I'm trying to get more practice in that. And then
Do you do like music videos and stuff too?
I've been asked about music videos. I've never done one officially.
So what kind of videos do you do?
I do mostly like business promotions, weddings, and a little more travel videos.
Yeah, I remember I was going back seeing like your oldest video was like a 30-second video like at a Blue Cove.
Yeah,
Or something like
that was
that.
like the first one. It started with a GoPro.
Yeah, I remember
So-
seeing that, and then a lot of like festivals you
Yeah, a lot of
recorded and stuff like
festivals,
that.
and
Kind
then
of like just vlogging.
just
you know?
vlogging away, but more like just the music and the edit was pretty cool. So,
Yeah. And what made you want to pick up a camera and start doing that?
I started in high school. I had a
Well, I do remember always hearing about Remy Visions. I've heard about you for like the longest.
Remmvisions was
Yeah.
like
Not Remy
maybe
Visions.
20
Remmvisions.
the name was created maybe like in 2015. You know, everyone was doing something photography, and I was still trying to figure out. I knew I wanted to focus on video, but it started in high school because I don't know if you guys remember at Southeast there used to be like a broadcast where they do the announcements and stuff. So
Yeah,
I had
My boy
that
Israel
class
was on there.
for 3 years. I had that class for 3 years, so I kind of after like my senior year I enjoyed doing it, but then after school like I didn't have a camera or anything, so then I don't know if you ever seen the GoPro videos that they like put on commercials and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like this little camera can do so much and everything, so I just got that, and then I went to go hang out with friends and stuff and just record those like little moments and stuff.
So are the commercials true? Like the little camera did everything?
Hey, I mean, I can't do the stuff they do, but you know, it does record pretty well.
How did you have like a GoPro strapped to your head?
I
Or,
bought
like,
all the attachments, yeah. Put
So
it on
you-
the chest, the mouthpiece.
Yeah, you
and
Mouthpiece?
everything.
You can
yeah,
do a
there's
mouthpiece?
a mouthpiece.
Kind of like with the football players, they put like.
It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
POV, so it like captures
yeah.
like from your arms all the way to your body. So, I mean, you could put it in your mouth and go like a day in the life of.
Yo, Kelvin knows everything about POV.
I do. I watch a lot of porn is what he's trying to
Oh
say.
my god.
But now the GoPro thing, I remember I went to, I think it was Grand Cayman, and we rode like scooters underwater. I know it sounds weird as fuck, but it's so weird. You're literally like in a bike, pedaling like underwater, and you have like this oxygen, like they put like a helmet on you, kind of like sandy cheeks from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And you get to breathe through that thing. But I remember like buying like the video, and it was just like dope. Like it was literally like, just a guy swimming in front of me with like a tiny camera on his book bag, but it looked like so like nice, and it's like crazy. Like this little cube could make like so like nice video. But I guess these days anything like fucking iPhone video is pretty good.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? It's wild.
So then, and then what made you start like recording other things? Because you recorded fucking Kevin Torres' highlights on there.
Oh yeah,
I was like scrolling through. I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
what football team was he playing for there?
I don't even remember. Most of the time I get requests, so it's just like, hey, can you shoot this? And I'll be like, all right, tell me a time, let's do it. And then it's just like someone has an idea, and then they tell me the idea, and then I kind of put my vision on it, and then after we shoot, then we bring it to life. So
it becomes Remmvisions.
Yeah,
and it's Remmvisions, not Remmyvisions.
It's Remmvisions, yeah.
Because everyone
calls it Remmyvisions just because everyone knows me as Remy, but I took the I out just to be like Remmvisions. But I mean, people know the name regardless, Remmyvisions or Remmvisions.
I always thought it was Remmyvisions. My bad.
Yeah.
I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Yeah.
Nah, you're
so
good.
Remmvisions. Mm-hmm. So then, when did you get like? So you started with the GoPro. When did you get like another like a? Because obviously now you don't do everything off the GoPro.
I think about like a year and a half later, I got a Canon T6i. It's like your basic DSLR, and that like the level of quality changed right there.
Yeah.
And I stuck with that bad boy for about 4 years.
And you still like? Did you vlog with that one too?
Yeah, that's the one.
How is being that guy like always around with the camera? I always feel like that would be weird.
It's something you get used to after a while.
Anybody was like, oh fuck, here comes Remy with the camera.
Yeah. You get used to it. Most people, like most of my friends, they got used to it, or they'll be like, they'll pose for the camera or everything. So, but yeah, sometimes you get people that would look at you when they see the lens. Yeah. So sometimes it's running into that too. So.
And before we started, you said something that you're always the guy like behind the
We already
scene.
started, dude.
No, you said it before we started.
Before we started. So I like you're commenting like on vlogging. Like I've been wanting to vlog, but like face forward, like me in front of the camera. That's why I've always been behind the camera. Yeah. So I'm slowly working into getting in front of the camera, but it's just like I'm really shy right now. Just kind of trying to forget that that's there right now, but. Just getting used to that.
He's shy in front of the camera.
Bro, I gotta give you props real quick. I mean, you can kind of see him on the camera right there. You probably have like the freshest shoes anybody's had on this podcast.
I've had these for about a month, and every now and then
DD's gonna be so mad at you said that.
some comments.
Look at them, like raise them up a little bit.
Hard. Your shoes hard too, though. Look at her kicks, bro.
Oh, Drips hard. Eclectic Boutique. Shop now.
He's sexist.
Am I fucking that name up too? Eclectic.
I don't know.
Eclectic.
The purple popped out.
Yeah,
You
he
got
looks
Para Mí
nice.
too on it.
Oh yeah,
It's the Dia de los Muertos edition. So it says
they were giving me like Laker vibes, dog.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But it says Para Mí, and then on the other side it says Familia.
That's hard. I used to work at a Foot Locker, so now I hate shoes, dude.
Oh really?
Yeah, for like two years I worked there, and all I heard was like, hey bro, you got them ones, you got them twos and threes, just a lot of like numbers, dog.
Yeah.
So like I hate it now.
You walk into this closet, it's just.
I mean, I still have them; they're still there, but like I don't know. I just like I lost. I guess doing it so much, like I lost like the passion.
The interest.
For it. Yeah.
I can't get into it. I only have these because he bought them for me.
Nah, they hard though.
I've always wanted to own a pair, so I chose them out. I chose this one out.
I couldn't do it, man, because when I have shoes, I'm like, bro, shoes are on my. I'm gonna walk through mud, snow, rain. Like I don't give a fuck about them.
Now, we can tell, dog, for
I'm
sure.
not gonna take care of them. And they're not even. They used to look way worse than this. So
what's worse than that?
So imagine that, dog. Imagine that. Because I can never be that one person. I'm like, I can't even crease them. I can't walk in my shoes.
Yeah.
I can't squat down in my shoes.
No, I've seen like people are putting like inserts, right?
Yeah,
so
like
they don't
inserts,
crease
yeah.
them.
on these.
Oh, he's
talking about.
About pull them out, huh?
Yeah, I'll show you. Boom.
See, that's that. Yeah.
So you just buy those?
Yeah, you just put them in there.
keeps
Well, they're not working because them bitches is
Man,
creased.
he's had
dog.
those shoes for like 20 years.
Nah, I've had them for like 6 months at least.
Well, not like, because usually creases up like up here.
Yeah, it's not that they don't crease; it just don't crease as much.
Okay, that makes sense. So, how did you guys meet? High school?
No. We actually met at work. He was working at another. So it was this when we worked for Sprint. So he was
Shout out Sprint one
working.
time.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. And he was working at one store and I was working at another one. And I walked into the store that he was at and he didn't greet me.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa.
It was my second day.
Yeah, so I was like,
They didn't teach you the greeting thing. He hasn't got to that
I
process yet.
guess
I was stuck
like
on the
he-
computer trying to do the training.
But the thing was, I wasn't like in my uniform, so I was literally wearing like workout clothes, and I just walked like straight to the back. And in my head, I was like, this guy, like literally, I look like a customer, right? And he just allowed me to walk all the way to the back where the phones were.
Oh wow, shitty worker.
So I was like, hey, I'm Eunice, and I like stuck out my hand, and he was, I'm Remigio.
He said that.
Yeah, he had long hair.
Hard to get.
I had longer hair back in the day.
Yeah, he had like long curly hair.
Me too, bro.
So, and that's kind of how we met. That was
that was weird to you, like as a girl, that like you're like, damn, why like he didn't greet me? Because that's weird, right? Because like usually when you walk into like a room and there's like dudes are like, hey, what's up?
No, I don't think it was that. It was mostly because he allowed me to walk past him and go straight to the phone. So I was like,
Like go to like where like the workers are at.
yeah. So like like literally like he's right here, like right on the counter, right, and then behind the counter there's a door. He allowed me to walk like past the counter.
Oh, so you were kind of like, this guy don't give a shit about his job.
Yeah, and I was managing, like I was and this
She
was
was
his
a
first day.
manager
I
at
was
the other
managing.
store.
Yeah,
So you're in your manager mode.
I was like,
This store fucking sucks. Fire that guy.
No, and then, but yeah, I remember I left thinking, I was like, this guy is so freaking conceited because he did the whole, like, the hair flip thing.
I was like leaning over, my hair was in the way.
Yeah.
So, just flipped over like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So is that what caught your attention, or?
Okay, so for me, I was shocked. I was like, yo, this girl just like wanted to know who I was. I was like, whoa, hold up.
Yo, back off.
She was like, hey.
Back off, relax, lady.
I was just
Keep
like,
it in your pants, for the love of God.
No, that was after the fact she left. I was just like, a girl has never came up to me and be like, hey, my name is, you know. I don't know if you guys ever had a girl come up to you and be like,
No,
hey.
all the time. But no,
I can't relate to what you're saying.
no, I'm just
I'll
kidding.
try to hang in there.
I'm just pumped, just being a dick. Go ahead.
But yeah.
But so then she came up to you and then she introduced herself and then you introduced yourself because of the work that you had to do there, or?
Yeah, well, I was there because it was like my day off, but I had to like transfer some phones. But that was like the first moment we actually met, and then I think it took a couple months later that we had like this Christmas party.
Like Sprint did?
Yeah, Sprint had this like Christmas party, and we went to this bowling place.
It's always at a fucking bowling alley. Huh?
Yeah, it was at a bowling alley. But it's like the whole cliche thing. Like I didn't know how to bowl, and like he taught me how to bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like all that.
You guys are fucking a '60s fucking teen movie.
Yeah,
huh?
for real.
Yeah.
So cheesy.
And I
Hey, baby, take the bumpers off.
Exactly like that. And from there, I was really into working out back then. Like that was literally my life, like working out. So the only free time I had was working out. So then he would just come with me to the gym.
So then, how was your experience for that the bowling situation for that Sprint party?
It was fun, but she wasn't the very best. But I would still root her on.
Dogging her, bro.
I would still root her on. She would get like one pin and be like, "There you go, you got
Oh,
it."
you're so good. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This girl's kind of cute, but her bowling skills is ass. I don't want to talk to her, honestly.
We're never going bowling again.
Yeah, and till this
To this
day,
day, we
I
haven't gone
suck at bowling. Yeah, we've gone like once or twice.
Yeah, but we don't go often.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm
not-
terrible at bowling too, man. I can't say
It's
nothing.
not a place.
you're
I don't
horrible
understand it. I guess like I don't understand the way you do the fling thing with your hand.
Yeah, I don't get how like people like get it to spin like middle like
Yeah,
plays.
you're a pretty good bowler.
I just.
Yeah.
But you know what that means? You've been on a lot of dates, dog. Anybody that's good on bowling has been on a lot of dates. That's what that means. At least I don't know, I saw it on Facebook, so
Yeah.
I'm sure that's true.
Maybe.
So then, what made you guys want to keep talking?
We were just really like I know probably everybody says this, but we were really good friends. Like we hit it off, and like he instantly became like my closest friend. And we just enjoyed each other's company like so much. I feel like we would even if it was like us like hanging out like really late or really early, like we kind of just tried both at least on both ends to just try to hang out, but it was literally just as friends. And honestly, I feel like it just like one day after like several times just hanging out as friends, it just kind of clicked that we just kind of liked each other. I think, right? Right, that's what it was. Yeah.
You like me, right?
Yeah,
you did
I was
like me?
yeah,
You
really,
like
like,
me?
yeah, it was just, but we did become close friends before that though, and so like, he till this day he's my best friend.
You think this? A lot of people say, I'm like, oh, you need to become friends with someone before you like marry them or date them. You think that's true?
I think
Maybe
so.
it worked out for you guys.
Yeah, I think so because sometimes like we may not see eye to eye as like husband and wife, or now that being business partners, we may not see each other as like eye to eye. But I think the one thing that we can always rely on like is the foundation of our relationship, which is friendship. And so I think sometimes it's hard to treat each other as like as a romantic partner.
Yeah, we still.
But you wouldn't treat a friend unkind even if you're mad at them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think
Well,
that's,
I mean, I probably would.
So that's why. So that's why. That's
Yeah,
why
you treat
I
me like
think,
shit, man.
Yeah.
But you learn the next day.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why I think you should allow yourself to be friends with somebody first.
I guess I learned.
But no, that's actually. I mean, God, that's great. So when did you guys first meet? What year?
2017? 2017?
Oh, damn.
The end of
So then,
2017.
and then when did you guys date then?
2018. 2018.
Just say what?
Whatever he said. No, we met.
He's like
Yeah.
20. She just answered it.
Alright, so when did y'all get married?
2019.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
beautiful video you got there for your
Hold on.
marriage.
So you guys met each other 2 years and y'all got married?
We got engaged within 11 months of us dating.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And then
yeah.
we got married.
Animal, dude.
We got married a year later. Yeah.
Is it when you know? You knew. Dog?
Yeah. I think.
I knew at like 3 months in.
Yeah. He said something to me which I thought was really funny. It was like literally like when we like officially started dating. He said if you make it to 3 months then like you're the one. Like that's what he said.
Why is 3 months?
I know in my head
Oh, dude.
in my head I was like 3 months, like that's such a low expectation.
Nah.
But, I was like, okay. And then
Rem kills his girlfriend after 2 months.
The other one's gonna survive.
So why the 3 month rule?
So the 3 months. So like before her, I hadn't dated anyone for 5 years.
Shit.
So
Shout out to that girl.
coming
Damn,
out
she
from
fucked you up, huh?
Fuck that girl.
Fuck that bitch, dog. Sorry, I don't know. Do you still talk to her?
No.
Fuck that bitch, dog.
Talk to her.
It's like no, she's actually a great person. She's like,
I don't want
she's
to.
in Africa right now on a mission.
No, I'm
Hell
sure.
no, fuck her.
I'm sure she's a beautiful person, but
Yeah.
But anyways, why did that relationship not work? If you don't mind me asking.
Honestly, it's been so long that I don't.
5 years ago, because especially that had been. God, how
It's been
young-
like
you were
I was
young.
in freshman year. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
So
very
from
young.
freshman
You were
year
very
to
young.
like after high school, like I didn't date anyone. To say I would, if anything, no one ever clicked with like like oh I want to date this person. I would
Do you
talk.
have, like-
I would talk to girls, but like it was never like oh let's date.
He was just having a lot of casual sex, is what you're trying to say.
So did you try dating some like couple like casual dates?
Well, see, like I felt like everyone was going into like just talking through like Facebook and everything. I was more of like meeting up with people like let's go do stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Everyone was more like oh let's talk through text. And I don't know if you guys remember back in the day in Facebook you'd be like what's up and the other person would say what you doing.
Yeah.
And I'd be like oh that's cool. It's so
it's just-
dry.
Yeah.
And like we
That's how I thought
met
this
we
was
met in
gonna go.
person. So like the vibes right away were just like the best because right away
It was organic. It wasn't
Oh,
over
yeah.
social
Organic.
media.
Yeah.
Because nowadays it's just like that
Oh, cylinder
online
DMs.
interaction.
Yeah.
That's why right off the rip, I asked a girl she believes in aliens, dog. It's the first message ever.
Make it
Not even a
interesting.
hey. Be like, hey, you believe in aliens? And then just start from there, dog. That's the way it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a genuine connection. And I think whenever we decided to get married, I think it is when you know kind of thing.
You'll never know it, dog.
So
Beautiful.
so you knew so after those 3 months you knew.
But it's because I never dated a girl past 3 months, so I was
Oh,
like,
is that where you put the
yeah, I told you this.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Because most of the girls would leave me after 3 months. I'm not sure why.
Rip, stop, dude. You're breaking my heart, bro.
Nah, because you're so fucking handsome.
Stop.
So
talented. So talented.
It's their loss, man.
But so
It's their
3 months
loss.
as you were like,
And my
okay.
game.
Yeah, I was like, she makes it 3 months. That means she's the
please.
one. In my mind, but I mean, and then we just grew so quickly, and like we just always wanted to be around each other, and then yeah.
That's
Alright, so
awesome.
what about you, Eunice? What did you think about 3 months in? Like, what was
3
your
months in.
thought process?
Oh, I think I knew. I think from the moment I decided to be his girlfriend. I
Really?
honestly- yeah, because I didn't really like the whole dating thing. Like the dating world just wasn't for me. I just thought it was a waste of time, honestly. And so whenever I decided to actually be in a relationship with him, I was like, all right, it's him or it's literally no one. So like, because I was like, that's how strongly I felt about it, because I do feel like, you know, dating around can be a waste of time. And I think at that point in my life, like I was just so focused like on me and like, you know, growing myself and everything that I didn't really care about dating. So whenever I decided to make, I guess, the time and kind of like put my energy into somebody, it was because I was serious about it.
Yeah.
And so I think from the very beginning, like I remember thinking like, all right, it's him or it's nobody. So I'm gonna give him like my all and everything. And honestly, I don't regret it.
It didn't work out with him. You would have just died alone, bro.
No, I just think it would have been the simple fact that you just focus on yourself.
I don't know. 'Cause I feel like every time I leave a girl and I get a new girl, I'm like, thank God I left that chick, dude. Every time, dude, I'm like, that worked out.
How often is that?
What Rem say? 3 months? 3 months, dude. That's the Rem. That's the Rem thing, dog.
So how old were you guys when you guys were married? How old are you guys right now?
I'm 22.
Oh, young, man.
I'm 22.
Very well spoken. Both of you guys very like well spoken and mature and like.
And then like Remy,
Very
you were
wise.
saying you were like nervous and stuff. Like,
Hey man, this is SOB. SOB's big, man.
God damn right, got a tattoo.
Oh, dang, you really do. Do all of y'all have a tattoo?
No, I'm the only one.
Oh, so he's the only one that's real about. Oh, no. Yeah.
I got it on my wrist too, which is like always noticeable, and I always forget it's there. And I'm pretty sure people like see it and think it says, obviously think it says like son of a bitch.
Oh, it does.
So I just imagine like I'm just like trying to be like the nicest guy to somebody, like handing them my car, like, oh, how you doing? And then they're like, oh, that has this fucking son of a bitch tattoo on his fucking hand.
I always say it's south of the border.
South of the
That's
border.
That's always what I
like
say.
that.
Or
Yeah.
that or shortness of breath or something. I don't know.
Shortness of breath.
But yeah. So then you said you started making the balloons during the COVID time.
Yes, so before Inflated, I I was in the fitness industry basically. I was a GM for a couple of gyms.
Oh really? What
Yes.
gyms here?
I work some time with Planet Fitness and then work out anytime. So
Okay.
and I didn't
Work out anytime?
work out anytime.
Okay.
Yes. And I enjoyed it because whenever I first started, like I was really passionate about like working out and everything. So it fit in, but it was definitely very different managing it. And then when COVID hit, like, you know, it definitely affected like the fitness industry. I mean, it affected everybody, but it did kind of put like the fitness industry in like a huge
Especially
halt.
because like gyms, like you don't know in these gyms.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah,
so
exactly.
it was easy to shut them down.
And so it was a time where I kind of, and I always have to stay busy. Like I have to stay busy. And his birthday was coming around, and so I just started planning a party for him, and I built like my first balloon garland. And then that's kind of when the idea sparked of doing something. And then from then, so his birthday was in July, so literally almost a year ago. It was in July, and then I secretly practiced for like a month and a half.
Like doing the whole decorations?
I would practice because I didn't want to like put it out there if I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't want to put something.
So were you doing any kind of decorations before this?
No.
This is just their first
This
first
is
one.
like this is just like, I mean, besides decorations like for our family, you know,
Yeah.
just like little like buying the little manteles and stuff, but nothing like that. But I practiced for like a month and a half, and it did it gave me a lot of joy, like just being able to create something, and it was definitely very opposite of my job. So I really did enjoy it, and then from there, like the response I received was amazing, and sometimes I do go back to like my first stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? But you know, it's I think everybody does that.
so all your jobs before like you did Inflated, they were all like upper management.
Yes, so yeah, they were all very serious. You know, I definitely had to put like my personality and my creative side like
It was like a
kind
very
of-
like black and white job. You're
yeah,
just doing
like
this,
you know,
yeah.
and so I think eventually that takes a toll on you, because you know, if you're not meant to be that person, it does take a toll on you. And I think with this I was able to express myself way more. So
Like with upper management, like I don't know, like if I ever had a picture like a color, it's just like gray and black, something like super like.
and I was
Dope.
always I'm not gonna say I was bad at my job, but like they always told me like, you know, don't make friends with the staff, or you know keep, there's a line and everything like that, or you know you kind of have to be very like cutthroat and dry.
Yeah.
And I was really horrible at that. Like you know, if I had a team, and I'm pretty sure you know people who probably worked with me can probably you know say the same thing. like I got close to everybody. You know, I cared about everybody.
Right.
And so, and I remember, you know, being told like you can't be friends, you know, with
especially not
your
in
staff.
a
And
management
so,
position.
exactly, and so that, you know, I think it did eventually kind of contradict with who I was, because I do make friends with everybody, and I do care about people. I can't have you like, you know, be there with me like every single day and me act like you don't exist, you know.
And that's such
So,
that'd be such a hard thing to do.
and
You
it
go to
is.
work constantly for hours, and you have to like.
Yeah, so I think that's always something that like I just didn't really line up with it, and I just eventually just kind of got really bored of doing the upper management thing.
I mean, you can tell because like even like the storefront, like I mean, I drive by it a lot too, because
It's very in your face.
yeah,
You know?
it's just very
What you need though is what
very
you need.
bright. Even like your like the little truck you got, like the van,
Yeah.
it's very pink. And like you know, going back to like you know, look, when I picture upper management, it's just gray and
It's
black.
not that.
And then
Yeah.
it's like to you going to that, so I mean, it kind of
Yeah.
like shows that like
Yeah, it was.
you wasn't like
I was in
there
a
for
weird.
it.
I was honestly like, you know, I would always go like kind of where the money was at, and that's why I was good at it in the very beginning, because I started managing at a very young age. And in the very beginning, I thought that's what I wanted to do, but then I was kind of, you know, you start, you know, discovering yourself more. I realized that that's not something I wanted to do anymore. I wanted to create, and Inflate is just one of the, you know, the starting of everything that's in my mind.
Yeah, I can see that though. I don't think any any little girls like I want to work at Sprint.
Yeah.
That's literally my
Yeah.
dream job.
Yeah, my first job was a clothing, working for a clothing store.
Fuck that. Fuck retail.
What clothing
But
store?
honestly, I think that has to probably Tilly's.
I never heard of it.
Tilly's.
Oh, no, yeah.
So it's a lot of
skateboard
like
thing?
packs. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's when I got my first manager job, and it was a really fun job, and I'm glad I had it for my first job, because it taught me a lot about people and customer service and treating people, because some people treat you really badly, and so
Customer
that
service is terrible.
yeah. So I think that I'm glad that was kind of like all right, this is your first actual job.
Yeah. I only have 2 jobs. I went at Foot Locker, I was a taxi driver, and I'm a rapper. So
Okay. It's a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Good resume.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that was it.
What
That was
about
it.
you, Remy? What'd you work in before you?
When you start rapping?
I never started rapping. I worked different jobs. One of my first jobs was at Subway. So I guess I got my artistry from there. You know?
Hell yeah.
You make some good sandwiches.
Some bums.
Hell yeah.
That's the first thing he said. I'm gonna cook for you. He made me sandwiches.
It's actually chicken nuggets, but
Yeah. No, chicken nuggets and sandwich.
yeah.
God, that's a gourmet meal right there, dog.
Chef Ram in the house, dog.
But yeah, Subway. Just a lot. Honestly, I had a thing where I would quit every job within a year.
Why?
I
He's
felt.
a quick man, 3 months, a year. He doesn't play that shit, dog. Don't play with my boy.
Didn't go.
Don't play with my boy,
If I don't want
dog.
this job, I'm out of here.
No.
I don't know.
It's a truth.
You
I
don't
feel
waste
like-
time.
I feel like sometimes people stick to jobs just because like you're comfortable, but sometimes
Absolutely.
That was not his problem.
that was my problem. I most of the time I didn't like the job, but it's just like sometimes you reach that job you be there for about a year or so, and you kind of get to that point, but then you can't really level up to the next level, whatever the
There's no progression there.
Or sometimes you don't want to level up.
or that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't found a place that kind of suited for me, I guess, and what like I wanted to do. And then I mean, in between that, I would be doing a lot of like shoots, photography, weddings, and all that. And then I mean, it's luckily after COVID, starting this year, I've gotten on it, and I've been blessed to be like crazy busy right now.
That's awesome, man.
So.
Do you think the reason that you like were shooting all these weddings and stuff is like kind of the reason why you like proposed and then got married so quick? Because you were like, God, I kind of want this. It could be, bro. You see something so much.
So actually, and I've told her this before, it's like I never like actually shooting these weddings before I met her. I could never see myself getting married, like going through the whole process.
Because you've seen it so many times.
Because I've seen it so many times, and I'm like, well, like I said, I haven't dated anyone for 5 years, so it's like I guess one day that person will land in front of me, and then
That's
but
Sprint.
and it came out of nowhere. That's Sprint.
Yeah. Yeah, and I dated a girl for like 8 years, and she was like a wedding planner, and I never proposed
Oh
to
dear
her.
Lord.
Oh god.
Never did.
Never planned her own
How
wedding.
ironic is that, dog?
That's crazy.
How everyone, the girl I wanted to marry was a wedding planner, dog.
That's hard work too, being wedding planner.
Wedding planner.
Yeah.
No, but weddings, they're fun. I mean, it's a day just full of love and.
I'm waiting for his wedding, man.
Right?
Yeah, but waiting for your wedding, dude. When you get married, bitch.
So he's married, like, you know, like
I'm married
paper,
before.
court, and everything, but he hasn't had like the celebration.
The celebration, the ceremony.
The ceremony,
Together, bought a
yes.
house, all that good stuff. We just haven't
They got a dog, everything, the whole shebang.
done like the actual like.
Why?
church.
I want to wear a fucking suit, dude. I've been dying to wear a suit.
Well, I mean, it was the whole COVID thing. Like, my wife, she got COVID, and then I don't know if I got COVID. I had COVID at one point, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I went to Colorado, and then I was like, had every single symptom in the book. Came back, was dying, lost like 15 pounds.
Doing a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
No, not even doing drugs. Then like I got better, but then
Wasn't
like,
the drugs?
I gained
It
all
wasn't
this
all the
shit back.
drugs.
No, it wasn't.
Anyways, but none of
Yeah,
that.
the point is like
You were supposed to have the wedding in October.
we were supposed to have it in October.
That hasn't
We
even
had-
happened this October.
We
Hasn't
had
even
like
happened
a
yet.
really small like dinner at the house, like we're like moved
Yeah.
in and all that good stuff. And then we're supposed to have it this October coming up, but then like the whole COVID thing and like it was supposed to the second strand was gonna be a whole lot worse.
Worse,
Yeah.
all this
yeah,
other
yeah.
stuff. So we planned on like postponing it again. So we didn't really save money or anything. So then now it's like for the next year.
To do something.
Yeah. So like everybody's kind of like, oh, that's what happens. You start postponing it 1 year and then the next year.
I don't think
and
you're
the
gonna
next
have it,
year,
bro.
Well, you can
next
just
year.
have like a really cool anniversary.
Yeah.
That's
Just
true.
plan a
That's
really
true.
good. Just have something, something big and have like your family and everything.
Thing
Like-
is, like we ain't really like I ain't big into turkey.
The good thing you got married, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
boots
was-
the cord, did all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean that's why you throw a wedding, to get married. So
Alright,
it looks like you did it.
So you can have it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can have the party. You can do it.
The judge, it's funny too. He's like, "Hey, he's like, I'm about to read you all your rights. Like, you say you do whatever."
You better get arrested.
No, well, like the whole like through like whatever.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Like you
And
can't.
he
say
was
that.
like, "Y'all want to take pictures?" And I was like, "Well, they took our because we went to the one in Ringgold and like they take
Yeah,
our
the
phones
wedding
up.
chapel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take your phones up like as soon as you walk into the
Yeah.
courthouse. So then he's like, "Y'all want to take pictures?" And I was like, "They took our phones." He's like, "Oh, all right, you right." He's like, "Save it for your next wedding."
Oh
Like,
no!
for your next marriage. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna
God.
get married again."
Oh
I mean,
no!
he's
He-
an
why
expert,
would he
though,
say
dog.
that?
He's an expert.
Oh, he
dog.
was a cool dude. He was joking.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I think, alright, so this might
Wedding,
not be a
that marriage is not real. Is that what you're about to say?
No, I always say that though. I literally always say that. But
Marriage is a scam.
no, not only that, but I feel like
Not only that.
that's so bad, right? Not only that, but I feel like some marriages shouldn't be forever, dog. I feel like there should be an option where you like, you guys are gonna get married and you guys gonna have a contract for 5 years, and then 5 years, if
Oh,
you guys
dear
want to stay
Lord,
married,
no.
y'all can renovate this contract.
If you have to do that, you have to think about that. You shouldn't fucking get married.
Yeah,
know,
like
that's
if you have to have that.
Yeah, if you
I
have to like,
know.
oh wait, no, let's have a stipulation. No, just how about you just don't get married and then
Yeah.
wait 5 years, then see where you're at.
I don't know, bro. I
Yeah.
feel like you should.
That's what normal people do, man.
I don't know. 5 years later, you could be like, all right, give me 2 more years, or like, nah, let's cut it off.
Speaking of weddings, you know what you should do for your bachelor party? Go throw some axes at Big Zach's.
Oh, hey, coming from the StanleyOni Boyz here. Ever want to throw some axes? Do you live in the Northwest Georgia area? Well, right here in Dalton, Georgia, we have big axe throwing. At Big Axe, you can bring all your family and friends and throw axes. You can even play Jenga like my boy Don right here.
Hey, Don from StanleyOni Boyz. Here at Big Zach's, we're veteran owned, veteran friendly. Nothing like having a couple beers, throw a couple axes with your friends. Isn't that right, Griffin? Oh, hey, it's Griffin.
And when you get your first bullseye here at Big Zach's, you get Vikinged up and you get a picture go on the wall.
We also have seasonal leagues where people can come out and participate in an 8-week league event for a chance to win some medals and medallions.
So make sure you go check them out at 825 Chattanooga Ave.
We're just not a business, we're a family.
Axe on! I love clapping in, man. It just looks so good when we do it on video.
See, clap me.
Huh?
What?
So without not working for a year, like longest you worked at a job was a year. How was the whole like marriage thing? Were you married at that time? Like when you were like off and on with these jobs?
Oh yeah, we were married.
Yes.
Yeah, we were married.
Living on your own own place too?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, we were. Yeah, it was. And that was. I mean, I understood him though because I'm the opposite. Like I stay at a job until like I kind of go as high
Yeah.
as I want. As I want to or as they allow me to, and but I understood that he wasn't happy at these jobs. And even though we're married and you may have, like, okay, marriage is responsibility, but that's still not a reason to stay at a place where you don't want to be.
You're a real one, man. Because any other person would be like, well, get the fuck in
It
the
was
job.
stressful. Like, you know, sometimes it was stressful, but the thing is that he never, like, I can't say, like, he never, like, made, like, allowed us to stress out about, you know, finances and everything. Like, he always took care of it, and so even though, like, he wasn't, like, irresponsible about it, and, I mean, it did annoy me. I think we did have some conversations about, you know, you not finding a job, but again, like, as a partner, you just have to understand that he may not belong in these places, and that, that even though we're married, you kind of have to allow each other to kind of grow where you guys are happy.
But, like, I mean, I can, like, relate with Rim, because, like, I've had, like, a fuckload of jobs.
Yeah,
and, like, it's the same thing. Like, I'll get, like, you know, a year or something. I just get bored. Like, it's not even that, like, I can't progress up. It's just I just don't want to. I'm just bored.
Yeah.
And, like, now, the job I got now, I mean, it's probably the longest job I've had. It's been 3 years now. It's upper management, too.
Yeah.
I hate it. But, I mean, I'm still there. It pays good.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, I mean, I know the feelings, like, because I've worked at Mohawk, Shaw, and, like, I've literally done everything you can do in a carpet mill. From, like, doing, like, the packing, sending stuff out to, like, actually put them on the trucks to, like, making the carpet, making the yarn, and doing everything. And it's just, like...
I heard at one point you would just do that, would open the door for people.
Yeah.
I wish. But, like, it's just... I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Like, I haven't found anything, like, I actually, like, love to do yet.
Sometimes you have to create it, you know? Sometimes sometimes you have to stay at one of those jobs until you create it, you know? And so sometimes, like, you know, when they ask you, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? It really may be something that people haven't seen before. And it's just about creating it.
I wanted to be a state patrol for the longest time. But...
Yeah, I wanted to be a cop, too.
Yeah, me too.
I think we all wanted to be a cop.
When did we have it? It was, like, cool, but... Yeah, I don't know. I guess just, at least when I was in the military, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get out and be a cop. But I was like, nope. I'm good, dog.
I don't want to be a cop. I want to be a firefighter. But then I realized firefighters do more than just save cats from trees, dog. It's like, they actually go to real fires, dog.
Dude, my like that works 24 hours on and like 48 hours off.
Say his name, bro. Fucking Byron.
No, dude, what? No, dude, I don't want to air his stuff
Say,
out.
Yo, Byron fucking, like, gave me a stolen COVID shot one time, dude. He did.
Byron's shaking his head oh, God.
He did. Thank you. Thank you, Byron.
It's not Byron.
But the whole
Jose.
But could you imagine working a whole day and then like you got a day off, but you don't like sleep half of that day because you're tired.
Yeah.
And then you go to work the next day after that.
It's definitely a tough job. That's why only a few do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yo, but retirement's probably great.
I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I'm
Pension,
sure.
everything.
Oh yeah. It's not like most government jobs though, right?
Nah.
No, just them.
Yeah.
Cops don't have good retirement.
They do, but like I think you gotta be like I used to work with this guy. He was in the Air Force. He was in the Air Force for like 8 years, and then he was an EMT in the Air Force. Got out, became a fireman. Was an EMT and a fireman at the same time, and then he retired out of the fire department in DeKalb, in Atlanta. What? And yeah.
DeKalb? What do you mean?
Like the fucking city, DeKalb.
Oh, DeKalb County? What are you talking about? DeKalb. Is it called DeKalb? Okay, anyway, sorry.
I think that's weird. I think like Decula.
They meant like a cab, like a taxi cab.
I don't know. Fucking.
I thought you meant like retired like in a cab of a car.
Point is, man, he retired and like he just fucking like he got the job where I worked at as like a fleet manager. And like all he did was supposed to like take care of the trucks and make sure they got like their maintenance.
What the fuck's up with the quotes, dog?
Yeah, is he doing it or not? Does it win?
Dog?
Man, homeboy used to get high as fuck all the time. He just texted you like, "Hey, make sure you get an oil change on this truck." That's it. I'm gonna beat your ass.
He said that?
Yeah.
That's unprofessional. You shouldn't talk like that, dude.
Fuck. I love that guy. But yeah, no, he just get high as fuck, wash trucks, fucking tell you to go get an oil change, and that was it. Retired fucking Air Force, fucking fireman.
That's good, man. Props.
True, man. People, what is it about it though? Like people like finally like people work up for retirement. You know, most people can't obviously retire, but even people that can and then still get that monthly check and they're good every week, blah blah. They still want to get like some sort of job to like.
Bro, it's boredom, and actually a lot of like older people go through like depression, but when they're older, they don't think about it as depression. How we think about like one of us or like somebody younger going through depression. And I'm like, oh, you're old. That's how you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
But no, that's
no.
well, yeah, no. People think like, oh no, you're just old. Like you already had your time. That's what you're supposed to be sad, whatever.
No.
But you're not. You know, you're not.
You know, like if you take antidepressants, like it puts like fake like dopamine and shit in your brain. So then eventually, like your brain's like killing all this shit, like to like obviously go back to normal. But then it ends up like killing more than usual. So if you don't, yeah, I learned about this yesterday. And me and George talked about it on the way here because we drove here together because we're best friends. But but yeah, so it eventually kills like the regular dopamine you have in your brain. So at the end of the day, then if you stop taking the pills, it makes you more depressed than you were when you first started taking the antidepressants.
When you stop taking them?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because your
It's a withdrawal.
because your body craves like all the fake like dopamine and serotonin and shit.
Damn, that's why you're addicted to ecstasy.
So how
now,
crazy
huh?
is that? Something that you can take to like not be depressed at the end of the day can make you more depressed than you were in the first place.
I guess we always hear like all the.
That's like going to the gym. 'Cause you're fat and going to the gym and then keep getting fatter the more you run, dog. Imagine that, dog.
Okay, yeah, when you put it like that, Jesus Christ,
It
yeah.
is. It really is.
Oh, okay, so I
The
was
more
straight.
you know.
Yeah,
The more you know, the more you know, man.
depression's real, people, man. Don't be too proud. Don't be too proud.
Shout out mental illness.
Shout out mental illness. So when did you decide to get the store? Which, by the way, I love what you guys are doing there on East Morris, man. You, Stephanie, and then all the gang. It
Block
looks-
79.
Block 79?
Block 79.
Block 79.
Yeah, Block
Welcome to the
79.
block.
Yeah, that sounds like some gay stash.
It does. It
Like
does.
79, you know where we at.
No, yeah, Block 79 is pretty much everybody there at the block, and you know,
Los
some new,
Tigres?
yeah. So and you know anybody who comes there will be adapted into the Block 79. But we definitely love being
be
around
Bon Gros.
them and everything. So they're the best.
So when did you like have that like available space, and like when did you guys start looking for a place? What made you
so
think
we
about getting a
didn't-
place?
So I knew it was something. So because I started, I launched Inflated in August. So September, October, November, December, those are really busy months. I thought I was busy.
Now you're like
Yeah,
now
I'm like,
now you're
yeah, I'm like, I thought I was
sis,
busy.
you had no idea.
Yeah, and I didn't really know how I wanted to grow Inflated. But I knew like maybe like one day I had the idea like maybe opening up a shop, and then in January or no, somebody asked me what my New Year's resolutions were, and then out of nowhere I just said, oh, I want to open up a shop next year. I had no idea, I don't know why I said
no
that,
intention.
but
That was deep down in your conscious.
yeah, like I guess like you know my subconscious like wanted it, you know, but I did say that. I didn't know how, nor did we have like we weren't like saving up all this money to do it.
You spoke it into
But yeah,
existence,
you
though.
speak it. Yeah,
Yup.
I spoke it into existence, and then literally, you know, this is January now. We were at the coffee shop, and Viviana and Carlos.
Shout out to Viviana and Carlos.
Yeah,
one
Viviana
time.
and Carlos. They're
And Stephanie.
and you know, and
And
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
We were at a
Shout
coffee
out, shout
shop,
out.
and we were talking to Stephanie, and her parents come in like, "Hey, we want to show you something." And so, you know, we went and we followed them, and they showed us the space that that we're in now, and Steph was like, you know, I saw you you know, we got this building and we thought of you guys, and you know, and we were like that day we were like, what? Like
So-
I was excited.
Yeah.
Well,
He was
were
excited.
were you guys talking to them about like getting a place?
no,
We
no, they
had, like,
just
mentioned it like briefly, but not like.
we never had a discussion like, oh, we want to be here. It was just kind of like one of those things that you kind of talk about like oh yeah, one day, you know. But we didn't say that we wanted to be there or anything. But once they put that into our minds, like we kind of became obsessed with the idea. We didn't want to be anywhere else. Like we love Steph, we love Viviana, we love Carlos, we love the cafe, and then Beast Mode had recently, Beast Mode was like preparing to
about to
open up,
Yeah.
and so we were like, you know what, we love this group of people, and if we open it up here, like we're not just getting a building, we're getting a whole block of support,
It's awesome.
and that we love everything that everybody's doing. So I took more convincing than he did. He was all about it.
He was like 100%.
Yeah, he was like, let's do this.
Where do
yeah.
I sign?
And I'm like,
Like
yeah.
after that meeting, like we went home and she was like, she was excited about it. She was really thinking about it, but she was like, logically, we can't do this. And I was like, stop it. Like,
Yeah,
no.
he made me shut up. Like, he was like,
Because,
stop talking.
like, I told her, like, opportunities don't just, like, show up, you know? It's like, if someone's telling you, like, hey, we want you in this building, like, no, you don't see any other people coming to you, but, hey, we got a spot for you, you know? No one really, I mean, people knew what we were doing, but we thought...
To believe in you enough to be like,
like,
this could be your place.
And Inflated had only been for, like, what, 4 or 5 months?
4 or 5 months going in.
Less than that.
And I mean, they really inspired us to do it too, because they came from like really something super small, and then
they got that whole
got the whole block,
that whole street,
literally. And what they're doing is just like Viviana always says, it was just a dream, and it's like just coming to reality. It's insane, and they're doing really good things, and we're just blessed and lucky to
be there. Yeah, and you know, and
so that was enough to convince you.
Well, I took some more time because I was like, maybe in 6 months, you know, I was thinking more like logically, like realistically, and also it was kind of a scary thing to leave my job.
It's very scary.
You know, it was.
Like, how was that? So like, did y'all just like both quit and that was it, or like?
So we had agreed. I was going to stay and he was going to stay basically until we opened.
Yeah.
But like literally as soon as we were like, all right, we're doing this, the demand for Inflated got like way bigger.
Really.
Mm-hmm. And then like I needed help. Like it wasn't just sorry.
I talk on the side of the mic, like
hello, like this. Okay. It just got bigger, and I just lost interest in my job, and I actually loved, like, not a lot of people can say that, but I actually loved the people I worked for. Mm-hmm. They were awesome. The owners were amazing. Like he even he would even like book Inflated to do his events.
Both of us.
And like he would pay for, you know, he would like, we would stay at his house, like one of the 1,000 extra houses he has. Like we would just stay there. And like so whenever I told him I was leaving, it was kind of bittersweet because I was with a really cool company. And like I don't really have much to complain about it. You know, it was great. Which was the scary part, is like knowing that I can't really get this again if I decide to go.
Sorry, I mean, there's a ton of dominoes everywhere, bro. You be
yeah. But I decided, and when I told, word got out. It got leaked, honestly, like, you know, that I was leaving. So then I was kind of forced to tell them, like, hey, I'm leaving. But they took it so well.
That's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Like the job before I had this one, it was the same thing. Like, I had mentioned to one person.
Yeah.
I was thinking about leaving, and then, like, the whole
yeah.
I was like, shit, I guess I gotta leave.
Now I really gotta go.
Because now I'm just gonna look like a liar, and I ain't a liar.
Yeah.
I was gonna be homeless for 6 months because I told one guy that I was leaving this job.
Dude, I always thought that scares the shit out of me. Like having like you work X amount of hours, you work X amount of this.
Yeah.
Ghosts do scare me too. Actually, I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm being honest. Never seen a ghost in my life, but that's scary. You know,
Yeah,
having this for sure paycheck and then like
to not knowing.
Yeah.
I think for a while that really scared me. But I think my last day I worked, like I think I had already worked through all the emotions. So whenever like my last day, I was just like, all right, now it's like I gotta work like you know, harder than I've ever had before. And you know, since then, like, you know, we've been blessed. Like, and the community has been amazing, and they've supported us. That, you know, everything's going well. So
that's dope. What's the craziest order that you ever gotten? Like you were like, what the fuck?
We get a lot of, I don't think we've had one that's kind of like, you know, super out there. You know, we get, you know, your weird request. But honestly, like, I think I kind of question it more whenever people just get like one balloon, you know, for like a party.
It's like you go to a birthday and you're just like, here's one. You know?
I think
somebody ordered one balloon for a party?
Yeah, like we've had it.
Was he dressing up as fucking Pennywise, bro?
That's weird.
Like that. I mean, I guess that's the like. But it's not really that weird, you know. Maybe they just wanted to buy one balloon.
Nah, fuck them.
No.
Yep.
No, you never know.
That's funny because we had a guy who made hats here one time, and we asked him the same question. He's like, "Yeah, somebody ordered a mountain and a bike or something." And then Turns out we actually knew the person who ordered the mountain in the
Oh
park.
God.
No.
Alright, well, just to say, just a disclaimer, they do not support my fuck 'em. I say that about everything.
Yeah.
I see you were saying some people order one balloon.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think we've gotten any weird requests yet. And we've only been like, the storefront has only been open for, I think, going on the 8th.
3 more days, 2 months.
Yeah, we were almost hitting 2 months. Yeah.
God, why I feel like it was longer?
I
Well, I think it's just because your presence on social media, it seemed like it was like so much longer.
Yeah, because on social media we were there since August, and we have so much content to post too, just because of how we are staying busy.
Then how great is that you're with Remmvisions over here?
Oh yeah,
hooks you up with all the videos.
Well, honestly, he kind of stays busy on his own. So sometimes, like I do have to kind of create my own content, and now we've been blessed to be able to give somebody a job opportunity. So she's helping me with Inflated,
That's awesome.
on social as well, and so she's gonna be posting it as well because it can kind of be a little too much. Him managing like Remmvisions and then Inflated can be a whole thing. So we're trying to definitely create that, division where we kind of just work together as two different businesses. But yeah, he stays busy on his own.
So how's it like working with like your husband and then you working with your wife?
It can be challenging. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's all great. It can be definitely challenging because we're great as a married couple. Like, as a married couple, we get along.
Me and George. But we're not gay. That's our problem.
Yeah, like we get.
We're also not married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we were gay and we were married,
it'd be
it'd
great.
be like boys being boys,
Yeah, and like he is my best friend, but sometimes like
You guys.
it's different. It's different because he's not my employee and I'm not his employee, and
They're partners.
Yeah, we're
Business
partners. But like my jobs have been managing other people. I've always
you
been the
got that.
one.
She
Yeah,
got
so
that manager mode.
yeah,
She
so
bossy
I've
as
always
hell, huh?
I am like I'm not gonna lie, I am, and I'm very like
She knows it, she
like
knows it.
I am. I'm not gonna lie. It's just the way I'm used to no one questioning.
He's so scared.
And
She bossy as hell, right? He's like,
can't
yo,
have
what
you.
you talking about, dude?
Remy, blink twice if you need help.
Once.
A little bit of help.
Yeah.
No, but it's a good thing though, cause she's that balance to keep me in check. So like I'm that person that like I like to do my own thing, and so I kind of need that like, hey, you gotta do this first. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You said something, you made it worse, dude. It's like it's so great. You're so bossy, man. You're so good.
It's awesome.
I deserve it. I
No,
deserve
it
it.
is. It is challenging though. It is challenging, and I think it has. We're still growing like as a married couple, and definitely like opening up a business together can put a lot of stress on each other, like individually and then together. But it's just like, again, just learning that balance. Okay, like we may need to take a step back and like let's work on like us right now. Let's not talk about business. So it is just a balance of everything.
God, 'cause I could imagine. I've never even like met a girl like where I could be like, oh, I'm gonna marry you. Yet alone, I'm gonna start a business with
You
you.
never met a girl that said I'm gonna marry you. neither.
Like so that's
Yeah.
that's what I just said. Yeah.
Both of us.
So that I could imagine that's hard.
So like, do you help Remy with like his photography?
So he tried to teach me editing, but like I'm not good at it, and I do not like. I'm not good at it at all. I'm not good at editing, and
You're right.
so whenever he needs me, like I'll be there. Like especially like with like certain small stuff. Like if he needs help like with posing or something like that, or he just needs an opinion when it comes to like how it looks and stuff. Like I'll give him my opinion there, and he always shows me his videos. And so I'll always, I will critique them, just like, if I were to, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
have to be. You have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I am.
So
it's
like,
always like,
No,
I mean,
I like it.
do you have to put that there?
Yeah. No, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
No, I do all the time. And sometimes he does take my criticism. Sometimes he doesn't. So it's just again, just learning how to like, just like it's not a big deal because at the end of the day, like it's his vision. It's it's his work and
Branding. Gosh.
yeah.
It's all about branding.
Yeah.
So you help with like Inflated, like doing the balloons.
Yes.
Since day one.
Since day one, he
So,
was.
ever since we started. Ever since she was like talking about doing the balloons, I would go to Dollar General and get her some balloons.
Yeah, so that like month and a half, I I practiced like in secret. He would literally go to Dollar Tree and just buy me like the cheapest balloons because I didn't know the difference between like a quality balloon and like the Dollar Tree balloons. And
I didn't know there was a difference.
And there is a huge difference.
What is the difference?
There is. So, well, I wish I had one to show you guys, but there is a huge difference. So the balloons that we use now, we only use 2 different brands, and we only use 2 different vendors as well. And these balloons are 100% organic latex, so they're 100% biodegradable.
Oh, okay.
But that doesn't mean that you can like be reckless with it and like we don't support helium release balloons just because whatever comes. Goes down, and then
right.
just because something's biodegradable doesn't mean it just poof goes away. It takes time, and it can cause harm in that time before it goes away.
Right.
So I can't say the same thing. Those are the balloons that we use. That are 100% biodegradable because they're made from latex trees. I can't say that about Dollar Tree balloons. Also, I don't know how long they last. They're really, really thin too, and the color payoff is different too. So there's a whole thing with it. Also, like the way you tie them and everything. So there's a whole different process. This is things that I had to learn like through just trial and error.
You tie them all by hand?
Yes.
I'm always shitty at like tying balloons, bro.
Yeah.
What's the technique? Like, what do you?
You just have to get that technique of the hand technique. Like, it's every balloon artist has like their own specific way of doing it.
Balloon artist. I love that name, dog.
Yeah. Everybody has their own way of doing it, but it's just technique. Even the girl that is helping us now, she's kind of creating like kind of her own technique, and that's how it is. It's kind of how how do you write, with a pencil? Like you have your own way, you have your own way. So it's just kind of like, again, really just finding your way.
That's Kelvin's handwriting.
Yeah, right there.
It's great. Is that your spelling too?
Yeah, that's
that's not talking to. I'm like, that's not how you spell inflated.
Inflated.
I went to public school, bro.
No, but believe it or not.
My dad left me when I was 5 years old.
All right. You're making a fucking pity party about yourself.
I'm laughing at that because when we first ordered our checks, they spelled it inflated too. So I don't know. But.
So this has it kind of has a little bit, it kind of relates.
Probably not.
David Blaine, the magician, great magician actually. He's actually doing a stunt that he's gonna hold a bunch of helium balloons and float into the air, holding onto balloons, kind of like the movie Up.
Yeah.
And he's gonna just be up there as long as he could.
How's that a magic trick?
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy.
He's like a stuntman, kind of.
Yeah, at that point, you're just a stuntman.
He's a stuntman now.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't do it in the hot summer because the sun.
Didn't he do it already?
I don't know. I
saw a video of
that. That's it. Yeah, I just listened to the podcast on Joe Rogan's podcast thing.
That he did it.
Yeah,
was
he
he okay?
Yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, I don't know. It's David Blaine.
How do they get him down?
Yeah.
They use the weather balloons, like the big old weather balloons.
Like the cloudbusters?
No, like bigger, like the ones that use.
Like where you land on them?
No, they're like these huge balloons that they use to help predict the weather and stuff. But they go they're super huge.
Yeah.
So they use those and they would I guess deflate the ones to
lower him
to maneuver him through the air and stuff.
That's crazy. He said he had to take so many hours of hot air balloon courses.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then he stabbed an ice pick into his muscle.
For no reason. That's just
out of
cause.
nowhere.
Magicians, dog.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I mean,
so
he's living his best life.
Learn more about magicians in the link in the bio.
Magicians.com. So, and you staying busy with your videos?
Yeah, so same thing like she said, our new year
Resolutions?
Revolution, some say.
Fight the power, baby.
One of them last year before COVID was to get 12 weddings, and
get married 12
only
times?
until April, and I'm already booking for next year. So.
Oh wow, really?
It's been crazy.
I don't tell you, let's fuck on a music video together, but I guess not, dog.
Yeah.
I've seen your music videos. They're pretty fire.
AB, shoot them up.
AB is
Which
good.
one you seen?
The one with the fire truck.
Oh man, that's the one, dog. Have you seen? You have to watch Yo Te Quiero. I feel like you'll appreciate that one. Yeah, that one has a love story and shit. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
We'll listen to it after.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be up here somewhere.
I think they worked at Sprint too.
I wish I worked at Sprint, dog. That sounds like a cool ass job, dog.
It was a very fun job. And I worked with some cool people. all my jobs I've worked with some really cool people, and but I was ready to go. I was ready to go.
So how was
Sprint was ready to go too because they went out of business, dog.
Is Sprint?
No, they got bought out, right?
Yeah, they get it.
about it.
Yeah, by
So T-Mobile, right? So that's what I have now.
that's actually I think a month before I left. That's when they got bought out. I believe so. But like I don't think the transition happened until like a year later. So it was like
No, those big mergers is always takes like a while.
yeah,
like
it
my
does.
bank got bought out, but I think it was like another bank, and then to this
Everybody
day,
has a bank.
You still have the other bank?
nah, to this day, yeah, I still have that bank, and every time I call, like they're always like, "Oh, we're just got bought out by this other bank," and I'm like, "Just fucking change already. What y'all waiting on, dude?"
That's what happened.
I always tell them like, "Oh, I have to have them in 2 banks. I have too much money," but that's actually a lie. It's actually sold.
So how was the opening day for you guys when you first finally bought
Oh gosh, how was opening day? Well, we had a soft opening, which was supposed to be a soft opening, but ended up being like a hard opening. We again, like the community just came out and supported us, and the whole day I was just like, what is happening? Like I just
That's awesome.
I just didn't.
Probably a little overwhelming.
It was
too, though.
very overwhelming. I just had so many different emotions and. But you're still working, and again, especially for grand opening, like, it's somebody's, first time at your shop. It's, they kind of seeing all your work that you put into this, to this building, into this, everything, and people get to see it for the first time. It's very exciting, and it was really rewarding just seeing, everybody come in and be like, whoa, this is really, really cool. And it's just one of those things that, it's just kind of, once you put so much work into something and you finally get to show people, it's just that rewarding feeling.
And you guys are doing great, man. Remy, I'm glad you're booked up.
Thank you.
And you guys, I just see everything on social media. Your following is doing great, everything.
You had mentioned something about like you had like more visions with Inflated, like you wanted to do like more stuff. Like what is that more stuff you're wanting to do?
Like, there's so many in my
Your ideas?
yeah. There's a lot in my head. I definitely want to, before I start working on anything, like I want to bring more to Inflated. I don't want to say yet because hopefully soon it'll be announced. Yeah.
Could you say you want to inflate your business?
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely want to. I want to add more, like things that you would see like in different parts of the country, and that you'd be like, man, I wish we had that here. Like I want to bring that home for for our people here, and so you don't wish you have to go anywhere. Like it's here.
So like it's still like party decoration related.
Yes, some yeah. Well, everything that has to do with Inflated will kind of be for the for the party goer and the people who throw events. But then we also have some other we want to do a lot.
Bro, you know what I fuck with? Like the roses. You ever see like the rose walls and shit?
Yeah,
like,
those
shits are hard.
those are really, really pretty. I tried to dabble into like real flowers and stuff, but the truth of it is that I don't have the time to learn it, and it is just a different skill set. Maybe one day I would love to like get really good at it, and again, like I don't want to release anything until like I really know my stuff and I'm good at it. And maybe one day, but like I just know that like flowers in itself is like it just takes so much time, and so people who do it like awesome.
Props to them.
Yeah.
Props to them.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah, no, you do.
What about you, Ram? Anything you got? I mean, you're booked up until April. Is it like mainly weddings you're doing, or you doing anything else?
So, I mean, it's mostly weddings throughout this year. Already got to. I have one in October of 2022, which is kind of crazy to be booked out more than a year. But
Hopefully they make it, dog.
They will, guys. He's a hopeless. Are you heartbroken or something? Man.
I was at a wedding like a week or two ago.
Tell the story, huh?
I was at a wedding a week or two ago. It was my wife's friends from like one of her like past jobs. And then I had to share the story, and then Kevin was like, wow, you didn't share my story, this and that. I was like, yo, but I'm sorry, like, we just had the reception. I'm at a wedding. He's like, fuck those people. They didn't even get to last that long.
Oh, my God.
I was just like, come on, dude. I was like, they're nice people, dude.
Jeez,
nah,
Kelvin.
he said they ain't even gonna last.
No, Kelvin hates love.
He's like anti-love.
He
but
hates
didn't you
love.
you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, no, I love her very much.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he doesn't. So sorry, but you're booked out to 2 years in advance.
He has some other things.
Year.
Yeah, besides
There's some other
revisions,
projects that like more like documentary, telling a little more deeper stories. that I'm trying to work on.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel besides like a vlogging YouTube channel?
We whenever we first started dating, like, you know, when our life was less stressful and it was just
That's
more
all
about
more
like
fun.
going out and having fun, like we wanted to do the vlogging thing, but it was again like I feel like he kind of feels awkward behind the camera.
Not only that, but sometimes you gotta be in the moment too. So like when we first started dating, like we were in the moment, like we wanted to, which I would take our Polaroids. So we have like a treasure trunk full of Polaroids because my parents used to take like film picture cameras of like when we would go to Disney. They have a whole tub, and to me, like the whole reason I create is to kind of go back 40 years from now and be like, you know, maybe show my kids one day like this is what all I did when I was this young. You know, don't ever say like you're not able to do anything. Like to just prove to you that you can do whatever you want. You know. So just and more of like the film is kind of like, you know, it's that frozen moment. Nowadays we take pictures on your phone, but it's just
It's
just storage. It's not like that physical copy, you know.
And then whenever your phone doesn't work anymore, that phone's gone.
It's
over with. Most of those pictures you lose unless in the cloud. But then, you know, nothing's better than that physical copy of that picture.
And you don't try as hard. I feel like whenever you're taking a Polaroid, you don't try. You just like you're just more candid and
authentic.
And I always end up liking them more. And I'm like, dang, I wish I took it on my phone. Yeah. But it doesn't come out the same. But he's always been like that. So since the very beginning of our relationship, he's always documented. Like most of the things like we have like a memory from. And that took some getting used to. But then like so we did dabble into trying to vlog. But then also whenever we were trying to open up the business, we were like, let's vlog this experience. But we were just like so tired.
Yeah, and it's hard to like talk to the camera and be like, all right, guys,
let's
today,
do this.
I get you. But that would be a great idea, especially like, oh, you know, like I just meant like the big YouTube title. I'm like, we inflated 2,000 balloons, you know, and like do like the whole YouTube thing.
But that's the thing about vlogging though. Like for people to watch your shit, you have to have like a clickbaity ass title, bro.
You have to be super
yeah, especially. If you're a couple, you gotta say you guys almost broke up at least every other video, dog. It's true though, like couple.
Do like a whole like cheating.
So you know, like we wouldn't want to.
Caught him with the balloon animal, you know.
That would be no, like we definitely we would want like if we were to do one, I think it would be more just to show.
It'd be informative more than anything.
Yeah, just kind of informative and just to kind of inspire other people who may have been in like, you know, situations that we have been and maybe like show them that a different way or just things like that. I think it would be more of trying to be like a positive like impact on somebody but yeah, we wouldn't do the whole like clickbait title.
You inspire me.
So we may not have a lot of views because we don't have the clickbait, but that's okay. Because we would like to stay true to who we are, and I know so.
Same, especially with Remy's like camera like the work behind the camera, dog. Think it'd be great.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about before we close out here?
Remy, what are like some good tips on taking pictures? Because I'm fucking terrible at taking pictures. Like it's always like, oh, you know, we need to do this, we can do that before finishing this, and then you just in the moment forget about it, and that's it.
Sometimes you just gotta kind of go with it. I will say the angle does make it, you know, some angles make it better and some are worse.
You don't have enough ass pictures, dog. Get your ass in there, dog.
Like when was it? Like I just barely posted something out on like Instagram, and like the last time I posted was like a year ago. Like I go out and do I want to say a bunch of shit. Like
he got married. And didn't post anything like on Instagram about his marriage.
3 months. I had like a bunch of pictures in my phone, and it took like 3 months to post it up. But like,
he sounds like me. I don't post anything on my personal page. It's all inflated.
Yeah, like I don't even remember like to take a picture. Like say like I'm out here like say like you go out do something cool. Like my first like instinct is to like I'm gonna pull my camera out take a picture real quick. Yeah. So it's like I'm gonna do it, and then like after I get done with it, I'm like fuck, I should take a picture.
Yeah. I think you should carry around a Polaroid.
True.
Yeah. Because you don't like if it's just easy, you snap it. You're not gonna be there looking.
One more thing you gotta carry though, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's this big.
You already got the bandana, the glasses, the watch, the phone.
You can put like a little strap and like
That's
it can be, you know, it can be a whole new look, you know.
There you go.
Last tip would probably be like your edit, like the way you change the colors and stuff.
All right.
But that's up to you, though.
Yeah.
All right, before we go, what's 3 things you guys are thankful for?
My husband.
My wife.
My health.
My family.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, wait,
business.
like,
One more,
and
three.
the- oh, there, okay.
That was
And-
good. That was
okay,
that was
and,
the cutest fucking thing I've seen in my life.
I think
You see me naked.
honestly
before,
our
yeah.
community.
It's not cute. That's just hot.
I'm thankful for our community. Like honestly, like we live in a really cool place.
A lot of support, man.
Yes,
A lot of support.
I didn't grow up here, so I definitely know what it's not to, what it's like to not have a community like Dalton, and so I think that's in our top 3 things to be thankful for.
Awesome. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
You guys are inspiration to everybody. As always, the StanleyOni Boyz, baby.